Hi, as you can see, I'm in the kitchen. It's my turn to do tea tonight, and we're actually going to cook what we should have had yesterday for Sunday lunch, which was roast chicken, but we forgot to leave the chicken out to defrost, so we're having it for tonight's tea. But I'm going to share with you a foolproof method of cooking a whole chicken in an air fryer. It's a recipe that I came across. I sort of adapted it slightly. That's perfect. I've done it about 10, maybe 15 times now, and it's so moist it doesn't dry the chicken out, and it gives a lovely spice rub on the outside. So I'll share this with you. Give it a go and let me know how you get on with it and what you think. So I'm going to make the rub first of all. So what I'm doing here, and you can adapt this to suit your own spice preference, I guess. So I'm going to use just half a tablespoonful of mixed herbs. It has to be a rough measure. Right. I have half a tablespoonful of smoked paprika. I would definitely put this in. I'd put in half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Just give it a bit of heat. And then if you've got garlic granules, it's best to use these. I put a half a teaspoon of garlic granules. I actually haven't got any garlic granules. I just actually ran out last week, so I need to get some. So I'm just going to crush in some garlic. I'm going to use, these are really small cloves, so I'm just going to use 3 of these, in fact. So much so I can get them all in the crusher in one go. But if you have got dried, it's best to use that, I would say. Okay, and then salt and black pepper. Plenty of that. And basically, this is going to be rubbed all over the chicken. And then finally, 2 tablespoonfuls of vegetable oil. There. Then give that a real good mix. So just to give that a real good mix so it's into a sort of a paste. And that's all ready to put on the chicken. So we've just got a small chicken. I have done this with a medium chicken, although I have to say these days, they try to con you. I reckon a medium chicken these days was what we used to have a few years ago, was classed as a small chicken. So anyway, this is a small chicken, but I have done with a medium. I use a silicone container to go in the air fryers. It just saves protecting it, the air fryer, and saves a bit of washing up, to be perfectly honest. But first of all, just pat dry the chicken, get any of the moisture off the chicken itself. Just pat that around. Make sure you clean your hands after this before you handle anything else, obviously dealing with raw chicken. Then simply taking a brush, just I'm going to do the top side of the chicken first. I'm going to do both sides of the chicken. This is really, really important. You'll see when I come to cook it how important that is, you'll see. So I'm just going to brush that on all over quite generously. If you run out, you can always make some more. It's fairly easy to make the rub. Also put it around the cavity itself, and if you can, put a bit in the cavity. That just helps get the taste of the spices throughout. Okay, so that's that. Now this is the key thing here. When you're cooking in the air fryer, for the first half, you're going to cook this for 30 minutes, but the chicken needs to be upside down first. Just go with me on this. It works, trust me. So I'm going to put that in there. So he's upside down. And now I'm going to put some more of the juice on the top here. So it's been coated top and bottom now. So the first half of the cooking process, the chicken is upside down, and the second half of the chicken cooking process, sorry, you put the chicken the right way up. And so I have managed to get a medium-sized chicken in the air fryer, no problem whatsoever. So if you've not tried this, give it a go and let me know how you get on and what you think of the results. Now there's some left there, that's fine, because we're going to add that halfway through the cooking process. So just put that to one side. Okay, so put the chicken in the air fryer, obviously. And then set the air fryer to 190 and set it to 30 minutes and let that cook away. So what I tend to do is, whilst the first part of the chicken is cooking, I will prep the roast vegetables. So we're having roast potatoes, probably roast carrots, etc. I will chop those up ready and I'll cook those in the air fryer as well. So after the first part of the chicken is cooked, I'll take it out, put it on one side, and then cook the vegetables to within 5-10 minutes of their time, probably about 25-30 minutes, something like that maybe, and then take them out and then put the chicken in to do the second part of the cooking process to finish that off, and then finally put the vegetables back in whilst the chicken is just standing on side for 5-10 minutes just to warm back through and just finish their cooking process. So it just brings it all together, keeps it all nice and hot. Okay, so that's the first part of the cooking process done. So I'm now going to turn the chicken over. I'm going to baste it with whatever's left of the spice rub, and then put it back in for between probably about 15 and 20 minutes at about 180, 190. Again, you can need to just gauge that temperature. I tend to do it at 190. And then you want to make sure the internal temperature of the chicken is 75. You can then take it out and put it to one side. I'm actually going to start carrying on cooking the vegetables, as I said before, in parallel with that. So I'm cooking my roast potatoes in between the first part, the chicken process, and the second process. So they're ready to come out. So now the chicken is the right way up, so I'm just going to put the rub on the top there. So start of the second part of the process, probably about 15 to 20 minutes. I'll set it for 15 minutes. So I'm going to put it on at 190. It's important the internal temperature of the chicken comes to around about 75 degrees centigrade.